We all say things we don't always mean. I have many regrets myself, but all I can do is learn from them, and you seem to have done the same. Traveler slightly nodded. Enough of this sad talk. What company shall I be giving? Let's talk of happier things. So we did as we waited for any sign of them returning. At some point, Traveler slightly turned his ears, but said nothing, but I thought he was listening to the hunt. He looked to for a moment before clearing his throat, rolling his shoulders back slightly. Well then, girl, shall I ask you a question? I looked to him. It only seems fair. He smiled slightly. Do you know where you're from? The other daughters of the kingdom smell all the same, but you smell different. My king has picked up on your differences to some point, but I can smell them, nearly feel them. But why? Why are you different? I looked to Traveler, who was incredibly intent on my answer. Perhaps it's where I am from. The smells are more green there, less of spices or diet. I really don't know exactly of my origins. You see, I was raised by a man and a woman, who till now I knew as mother and father in the town where Harltz was. I don't know if they're even my real parents or if my brother is my real brother. He's like the ones in your kingdom, so blonde, blue-eyed. So I'm afraid I'm no closer to an answer than you are. I wish I had a better answer to give you, as well as myself and... Colt. I see. I imagine you will want to speak to your mother and father then when you return? Yes, maybe they will have an answer for us both. Then another question that shall be easier to answer. Just then, Traveler picked up his ears. Is it them returning? No, but he hunts, he growled in a whisper. Stay in the tent, I'll run him off. Do you know who it is? No, he whispered again. Then let me talk with him. It's only one, perhaps a loner. If he sees you, he may be more keen for a fight than to run if he's a hunter. I am here to protect you, not the other way about it, my future queen. Nevertheless, it's not my first time meeting a loner. If I need help, I will call for you, and Colt should be returning soon enough. Is that a command? I thought a moment. No, just please listen. Just then, I heard a crack of a twig, clearly intentional. Traveler snarled slightly in a whisper. Shh! I quieted him. Hello? Anyone here? I'm just a loner gathering some supplies. I have some wares to sell as well. I'll be coming. I walked out of the tent slowly, making sure to keep the tent door flap closed behind me. Hello there, little ma'am. I see 2 tents. Surely you're not alone out here in the woods. It's not a safe place to be. Surely not, but thank you for the concern. My husband is off getting meat nearby, and another friend is near, searching for dry wood to burn for tonight. He may have trouble with all this rain. I would imagine so. When they return, you may join us for a meal if you like. Without an introduction, you should be more careful of who you trust. I handle myself just fine. A meal is all we can offer, perhaps a trade. What is your name, then? The man, soaked to the bone, standing still but in a relaxed manner. A loner with a name? You must not have met many loners, then. We tend to give up our clan's name till we begin anew, or join another clan, taking on a name from them. I have met many loners. Clearly, looking at you, you're a wolf-born. Otherwise, I doubt you would be doing so well out here, and I know wolves start their own clan. They rarely join another. So I doubt you are out here alone. So what's your wolf name? The girl does know herself some things. My name is Howling Song, a pretty name that was bestowed upon me not by my choice, by my mother. And you are right, I am not alone. You're smarter than you look, in which you look to be of a horse herd. I thought it would be less of a threat if I came alone. My companions are less gentry than I am. You smell of a horse herd. I assume you have your horses nearby as well. I looked to him. Nothing in particular stood out about him. A man probably slightly older than me, not well built by any means, more of a gangly thinness to him, but still a threat if it came down to it. Colt always warned the thinner, the more desperate to prove themselves. His oily brown hair past the neck, dirty fingernails, brown eyes, a body covered in gray fur even for such warm weather. He must have been a loner for a while, I thought before speaking. The horses are sheltering the storm in the trees. Where's your wolf? I would hate for there to be a conflict between them. Unfortunately, it was a very hard winter. All that is left of him is what I wear to keep him close. I'm sorry for your loss. As I spoke before, you can go get your companions. My husband will be here soon enough, and we can enjoy a meal together. The man was smiling, showing his carved sharp teeth, some rotted, taking a step forward. I don't think I should wait on them. You see, you look like a tasty, pretty thing. I can have my way and eat to my fill before your friend gets back to you, if they get back at all. My small pack is on them now. He took another step closer. So you would eat me then, not very wolf-like, is it? The man slightly smiled. I ate my wolf. Rather a sweet taste, but I find herds people to be the sweetest. Then another step he took, as I stood my ground. I would be cautious of thinking I am without protection. He paused a moment, then took another step, almost in a reach of distance. Ooh, little ma'am has threats. Is there another woman in the tent then, or a child? They are very tantalizing. I'll find out soon enough. Putting his sharp fingernails to my neck, smelling my hair, but I stayed calm as I allowed him to grab me. He licked my cheek. You are sweet, as I sharply turned my face as he grabbed tighter. There's no women in my pack, but perhaps I won't eat you just yet. Perhaps I should share you with my pack. If we put a child in that belly of yours, we will start taking out packs. Doesn't that sound better to you than death? By now, Traveler was out of the tent. He was so silent the man hadn't noticed at first. His mind was on other things. Traveler not making a sound, just staring. The man jolted slightly, becoming nervous as his gaze caught his. What's a lion doing here? I spoke softly. Easy boy, let's not startle him. Who are you talking to, me or him? The man's voice was jittered as he took a hard swallow. He was starting to sweat. I could feel it on my neck. I took this moment of insecurity. My hand was still by my side, my fingers slowly, silently placing themselves near my side there around a small cold handle. I placed my palm to it. Hold still. I'm thinking. He shook me slightly as he gritted his words. Traveler swished his tail slightly, rolling his shoulders, grabbing the man's attention again, as the man spoke again. Do you control him? The man asked nervously. No, I do not. I gritted as with other motion I moved the knife, thrusting it into his side deep as I could, pushing down hard as I could in the same manner. He slightly scratched my neck as he backed away, holding to the knife's handle. Ah, what did you do? He screamed in pain. By now, I had pulled out the second small knife from my other side. What? Not used to your food fighting back. By the way, now that you're over there, I would not pull that out. If you come close again, I will put another in you. Make no mistake. I've taken down greater things than you, though I'd say a rabbit has more my admiration and pity than you have. And with the second knife, I will be sure you will have no cubs of your own. So take your loss and go. The man looked at Traveler, who roared loudly. The man ran off, looking back, nearly falling and sliding on his hands as he squirmed to his feet, trying to hobble off until the rain poured so hard you couldn't see anything but his figure going further in the distance. Traveler came up beside me. The girl impresses me more still. Being a herdsmare, I was taught a few tricks of my own by Colt and also by Alpha, a leader of the wolves. Men of the wolf pack find their strength in their mouths and hands. They give little thought to their lower half other than footing. But they are so strong in thought they think smaller prey can't fight and win. So they do little protection, at least the ones that know better. And a good threat of cutting his lineage off doesn't hurt either. You sound like a lion, but you do know he will die. Your stab was very precise. You have been well practiced. I looked to Traveler. How do you know? Traveler looked to me. We were eye to eye, height-wise. I know wounds. The one that taught you that. They intended on it stopping you from getting hurt by stopping the assailant in one hit. I didn't know it would kill him. Perhaps. Traveler looked to me. Better him than you or another. There is no perhaps. He died the moment he ate human flesh. But have no fear, your hands shall stay clean of an unneeded death. I intended on killing him either way. Before I could ask what he was speaking of, Traveler ran from my side with great speed. I could hear each paw hitting the wet ground even when he disappeared into the rain. All I heard was a quick scream of a man off in the distance, then all silent, but the rain falling. I looked to my hand. There was no blood, as I couldn't stop trying to wash the feeling from my cheek. When I looked up, Traveler was now striding to me. Barely any fresh blood was on him. The rain was so thick it had washed it from him before it could stain his fur. I looked to him. Did you? Traveler dropped the knife from his mouth. It was almost as clean as I picked it up as he spoke. Yeah, I took care of it. There were no others, just him, the little snake. I put it out of misery in more ways than one, dragged him to the bushes, let nature devour him. Let us go back in the tent so you can calm yourself. So I made my way into the tent. Traveler laid back down. He barely fit standing. Who taught you that move, lass? I looked to him. Alpha, a friend of the family and herd. Name doesn't sound familiar, not much a wolf move either in truth. He must have dealt with much himself to know how to stop one of his own. But still impressive though for you, lass. I should tell you it would not work the same on one of the kingdom. I have different moves for different circumstances. Traveler looked to me almost harshly. Do not let what accrued stall your skill. If next you meet another, it had to be done by one of us. Once one gets a taste for human flesh, it never stops. We have saved many by getting rid of it. You should know I made the kill as I had always intended on doing. You just made my kill easier. I looked to him. I know you are trying to make me feel different about this, but he stopped me. But nothing if I would have gotten to him first, as I well should have. It wasn't going to be a painless death. I planned on carrying him of ripping piece from piece. There's others like him I dealt with before. They stay close to the town, eating the leftovers thrown to them in the back of those that cannot be helped, if not given to the ones kept like us to eat in their zoo. But with what the prince has accomplished, something no other king before him could do. Their food supply is running low. Most too lazy to hunt or forgotten, the skills will be searching for others to take out. This one will not have the chance, just like others I have killed.